Welcome, everybody. It's Friday night. The show that starts on time and doesn't waste your time. It's the Infinity Equation. And we're here to have fun. Damn it, let's go. How y'all doing today? How y'all doing tonight? Hope you are doing well. For those who did not have power, I am sorry to hear that, Bones PhD. I'm glad we can brighten your day with a little bit of toy talk for you there. Greetings, salutations. How y'all doing? Great, glad y'all will be here. This is the Infinity Equation, and we're happy to be here. As always, I cannot do the show without just by myself. We got Mr. Laser Pants. How you doing, sir?
What's going on, everybody? It's great to be back Friday night.
And we got Mr. Ironhead, the sexiest man that doesn't like to be called sexy, but I still call him sexy anyway. Mr. Alex, how you doing?
Hey everyone, happy Friday. Let's talk some toys.
Hi guys.
Was it a busy week?
It was not a busy week,
right?
I do like it.
Where's that from?
Hi guys. I don't know. It's from Adam Carolla podcast.
Is that what
Hi
it sounded
guys.
Hi, how you doing? I'm Dante. How you doing? Just want to say hello and thank you for everybody joining us. This is our AMR session. Please remember to like and subscribe to the show if you like what you're hearing. This is on Public Access Channel 12. Remember, we are here to help you get live.
We are losing viewers now. Oh boy.
Public access. Hey, when you're on public access, you can say whatever. You can almost say whatever you want. Nobody's really watching this late night. Just like
If this YouTube wasn't like a thing, would you have and you wanted to do a toy show, would you ever have done the public access thing?
Man, I'd probably be scared. I probably would do it, but I'd be scared to death. I honestly, I like it. Like, I'd probably be trembling. Like, all right, people are gonna actually see my face.
Mm-hmm.
This face, the face that
Is
scares
public-
off roaches.
Is public access still a thing?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
It's kind of in some areas it is. Like Philly still has I think public access channels.
I had a really great conversation with Marty and Sarah about public access in the 90s on their channel.
The interview,
Yeah, that was a good time. You gotta check that out on their Patreon though.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Marty and Sarah are hilarious, and we appreciate them once again. I know you're watching,
Yes.
Marty, and Sarah, you're watching too. If you're not working, how y'all doing? And tell Chris Stanton and I said, hey, ho, ho. What's up? Boop. For all you people who know your AEW wrestlers. But welcome everybody. How y'all doing? Glad to be here. It was kind of a slow week in news. Not a whole lot to popped off this week. It was a Fan Friday today for Transformers. I'm not sure it's how we'll go over it. But
let's get into it. We never
didn't watch
get
it.
into Transformers.
I didn't watch it, honestly.
We could stumble our way through it. I'm okay.
I will guide you through the Transformers news. I am quite the encyclopedia of Transformers.
Guide me, Sensei.
Yes.
Just take my hand.
All right. Do I have to be a Padawan somewhere, in this realm of transformingness?
No. There's no Jedi.
Okay, I'm gonna reach my hand down to you, okay? And you reach up and grab it. There we go.
Your big hand.
There
we go.
Wow, you have very soft hands. Wow.
Dante, grab my hand. I'll guide you both.
Oh, here we go.
I'm trying to figure this out. There we go. Transformers, show me the way. This is a horrible podcast.
Hands across the world. But yeah, it's been a wild week. Dom Chichiro says Tony Ryan had some great Transformers talk last night. Opticons.
Yes.
I like Transformers. I just don't keep up with them like I used to, since I was in the 80s. Like in the 80s, I was like, oh yeah, Transformers. Seeing Optimus Prime die on screen, I'm like, I'm done with this nonsense. And I was like, all right, they brought me down.
That's when you quit?
Well, probably a little bit after that. It was a little bit after the movie because I remember the Transformers I had what do they call it? Power Masters, Optimus Prime.
Yeah. With the big, he was. I had him too. He was awesome.
Yeah. I had the original Springer, which was like a heavy piece of metal.
Yeah.
I had the one that What's
You
that?
still bought Springer after you saw Optimus Prime die. He's
This is before this. This is before Optimus. This is all before Optimus Prime had passed
Springer
away.
is from the movies.
Well, no,
From
this
the
is like
movie.
the original Springer.
Yeah,
Like, I
he's
don't
from the
know.
movie.
Was it? Was
He's
it from
from
the
the
movie?
original movie. That's where he made his first appearance.
I may have gotten him then. I don't know
Action,
because it seems like forever.
yeah. Action figure expert is questioning my knowledge of Transformers. I mean, we'll find out if we decide to
Yeah.
take that.
Have you
Let's
seen Action Figure Expert's wall of Transformers?
No, I
Right.
It
haven't.
is
Amazing.
crazy. Amazing. It's crazy
One of
amazing.
those, huh?
I've never seen a collection of Transformers like that.
Yeah. Shin Darius is an MP Transformer collector, so we got some people in the
Okay.
chat who.
I don't know.
thoughts.
I'm just speaking from my own personal view.
Mhm.
I'll enjoy your joy, y'all. I'll enjoy your joy. Y'all love Transformers. I don't hate on Transformers. It's just
Greg
something-
Fenn said Power Master Optimus Prime came after the movie. That is true.
is very true. I think
So
I got him in.
You
No,
take
well,
that
you know what? No, what happened was because my family, they knew what I liked as a kid. They knew I liked Transformers. They knew I liked DC superpowers. They knew I liked Voltron. So
Mhm.
that's the stuff I got because there's times I was hospitalized for asthma, and I'm like, they bring me a gift to make me feel better. I'm like, oh yeah, here we go. Got me a new Optimus Prime Power Master. Always wanted Optimus Prime. I wanted the original Optimus Prime with the trailer.
with the trailer, yeah.
Yes,
No.
but I never got that one.
Mhm.
And I was a Master Blaster as well.
I had the G1 Optimus with the trailer. I bought it from my cousin, the same one I bought all my Kenner Star Wars stuff from, like in '89.
Mm.
It was still in the box. It came in styrofoam, and then it slid into the old G1 box.
Mm-hmm.
I got it home, right? I was pulling the styrofoam out. I grab Optimus, pull him out, leg snaps.
Oh,
It got
man.
caught in the styrofoam, and I was just a kid. I just pulled it out, leg snapped right off. I was heartbroken.
it shouldn't have snapped because they were metal. They were made like a heavy metal.
Yeah, the legs especially were die-cast, I think. Yeah, they were.
Yes,
But I mean,
were
they had
diecast.
some plastic on there. Where did it snap at? At the hip, at the knee?
No, it was up towards the hip. I remember it distinctly. It was, I was so sad.
That's weird.
I would transform him, and he was pretty static transformed.
Yeah.
It was pretty much a statue minus the arms.
Hmm.
I would try to balance him on that broken leg in robot mode.
Don't feel bad because I had the original Voltron, the metal one, the die-cast metal one, and like where the red line is, like that shoulder piece broke off, so you can't it doesn't hold the arm there. So I had to tape it. I just engineered it. I was like taping them up. I just need tape. Just tape them up. Try to put them back together because I love that Voltron.
Tape?
Yeah. I used Scotch
Did it
tape.
work?
Put them. It worked. Yes. It held on there for a while. Then it fell off. And I was like, yeah. But I mean, it was that was my Voltron right there because that one you can't find. It's hard to find because it was made out of die-cast metal. Like those die-cast metal toys were like the best, but they were heavy as I don't know what. You threw that at somebody, you hurting them.
Yeah, I had the original Japanese release that came with the extra weapons that weren't included in the Matchbox Voltron release because there was a Chinese, it was like Chinese Korean little store by my house, by where my dad worked, which sold all that stuff, and I had no idea that there was like an American release or whatever. All I knew is that I saw the cartoon Voltron, and here he is right here. And funny enough, it was like the original release, which is worth a lot of money. I think it's the most valuable vintage Voltron right now. I wish I would have kept it, man. But
what was it?
To the kid gods.
I want that big one. I want that big Voltron. I think it was I had that. For those who remember the Zares, like it was like that electronic Voltron, like that was a huge one.
Okay.
Yeah, that one I really wanted.
Yeah, but the string for the RC remote, it was like that long. It wasn't.
Was it? Yeah. See, I just remember seeing the box. I was like, it was a big. I was a kid, so I'm just like, it's big Voltron. Like I gotta have this. Like every time I see him, I was like, I want it. Like, can I get it? No, not right now. No, we're not getting that. You got a Voltron at home. Oh,
yeah. Did you guys? I'm sorry. Did you guys dig the Matty Collector big jumbo Voltron that you bought came with the figures and you could put them inside the cockpits? And Michael from Retro Blasting made a video about it years and years ago.
Yeah, I never got that one.
Yeah, I didn't either. I remember there was a couple Voltrons that had you can put the figures in. There was after the metal one, there was I think it was one like
not
like late
Palatable.
80s.
Yeah. Panache? No. Something with a P. Yeah, there were the ones that made the Voltron castle also.
Okay,
Panache
I remember
there was Panache Place and
was it Panache?
Tonka. I think wasn't it Tonka or Matchbox?
Matchbox, yeah.
Matchbox did one.
Yeah, it was. I forget who it was because it's like I had the black line, and you could actually fit the original 5 points or articulation figures like Keith and Lance in the line, and then you can build that Voltron at that point too.
Yeah, and they came out with the Lion's Castle and also some bad guys like the monster, the Robies, but they were like action figure size. They weren't like big, so whatever.
Yeah. Oh man!
But that castle, I would still get that castle today because it's really the only castle that they ever made, and it still kind of holds up. It's got that animated look.
Yeah.
What? I still have mine, so that's why I'm laughing.
Oh, really? Oh, that's right. Yeah. You did tell us before.
Yeah.
Well, if you ever need to clear some space up.
No, that's not going. That's not going. That's childhood part. That's part of me.
Colossal Custom said that when he worked at KB Toy Store, he remembered seeing a sleek Voltron. All 5 were all black matte finish with their own color highlights. I do not remember that at all. That sounds pretty cool.
But they came out with so many Voltrons at that time. Like, it was crazy. Like, it was hard to keep up with them. You always got toys as Voltron's the robot from Rick and Morty, right?
I've never seen Rick and Morty.
It's a funny show. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it either.
Kids are crazy about it.
Before we get into like movies and shows, I just want to thank Mr. D Amazing. I appreciate what you did for me, sir. Gonna bring it up here. Using one of my effects that I made. Hey!
The man. D Amazing.
Yes.
I just want to thank D Amazing for taking excellent photographs that make me feel bad about myself.
He makes me feel bad about myself every day.
He's an amazing photographer. That's an awesome piece, Dante.
Thank you.
I haven't got one yet. I don't know why. Must have got lost in the mail. But
I thought I sent one to you. I did. Okay.
No. Actually, you sent me these awesome superhero handcuffs. I love these. Thank you.
Oh, the flexi. Yeah, I forgot about the flexi ones.
And you sent me. Actually, you sent me a bunch of them. I got more. So that's awesome. Thank you.
I had like dozens.
And then you sent me. What else did you send me? I don't have it here. Oh, you sent me the head to make a. Now, in Laser Pants world, this will be Dum Dum Dugan. I know it's not totally accurate, but you did send me this 3D printed head sculpt.
Yeah, so that's by my man Don Man Customs. Oops.
Yeah.
Yes. Let me double check here because I know. Let me just double check because I want to make sure I get his Instagram right. Because he's a nice guy, super nice guy to talk to. And I subscribe to his Patreon to print out stuff. And because he always comes out with like custom heads. He's actually working on he posted he's working on a custom dog that you can 3D print.
Ooh, that's cool.
Let me see, Don Man.
But
Don Man art. That's it.
The quality on this is excellent because you can barely see the 3D print lines. I mean, they are so faint. They might as well not be there. Once you put paint on this, they'll disappear. I mean, you can just barely see them in the right light. So, but your 3D printing is very nice quality.
Thank you. Yeah, but that was from Don Man Art. You can follow him on Instagram. Very nice guy. Definitely, if you are getting into 3D printing with resin, definitely follow him on Instagram and check out his Patreon as well. He is very, very awesome. He's also in the Legion Battleverse group too.
Ooh, that group.
All right. Before we get into what was it? We were talking about shows. Oh yeah. What was that? Dakota Johnson. They said it's been cast as Madam Web in the Spider-Man Madam Web movie, and I don't know what
She's
Sony's
so
doing with
young.
that.
Who?
Dakota Johnson.
Oh,
50 Shades of Grey. I know you saw it. Come on.
No.
I'm sorry, she's in talks to star in the studio's Madam Web movie. I don't know why they're making a Madam Web movie.
Well,
that is,
Sony. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say it's a Spider-Man villain. I'm not familiar with.
It's not. She's not a villain.
She's not a villain.
Hmm.
But
Yeah.
Sony has to really lean into their Spider-Man characters because that's all they got, right? So aren't they working on like a Kraven the Hunter movie? And I mean, they did 2 very
Supposedly.
mediocre Venom movies. They're doing a Morbius movie.
Mhm.
I mean, these are all like villains you put in a Spider-Man movie, but they're like, oh, they get their own movie because they kind of have to.
Well, supposedly I heard rumors that the Amazing Spider-Man is going to get a 3rd movie. Just go with that. Go with that.
You know, after
with
No Way
that.
Home, I really softened my stance on Andrew Garfield. I would be down for an Amazing Spider-Man 3, but I would really be down for a Spider-Man 4 with Tobey Maguire. That's what I really want to see. There is a rumor that he's going to pop up in Doctor Strange 2, Multiverse of Madness. So that's cool.
There's rumors of Tom Cruise showing up as Iron Man.
Okay. I take it.
Because like everybody was thinking like, yo, Tom Cruise would be a perfect casting for Iron Man. I'm like,
well, they almost cast him as Iron Man back in the day. They went with Robert Downey, who was the absolute perfect casting choice for Iron Man. I mean, come on.
You guys want to see that? Why don't we go with the good stuff? Let's go with Tom Holland, who's been part of like the success. Tom
Holland he's MCU, so he'll get his movie. I'm not mad at Tom Holland, but I want to see Andrew Garfield get his 3rd movie.
Yeah, but so what?
Toby and Andrew should have got their movies.
Let's focus on like the good, like the Spider-Man that succeeded.
This is all Sony has. So if they're just going to lean into Spider-Man, I'll take it all. I mean, I think your average audience is smart enough to understand these are different Spider-Man at this point, right? Like, oh, is this the sequel to this or that? Sony can lean into their Spider-Verse now. They kind of brought the Spider-Verse to, the general audience with Into the Spider-Verse, right? Yep. The animated which was one of my favorite Spider-Man movies.
Such a good movie.
And if Toby and Andrew are willing to come back, why wouldn't they? I just hope we don't get a lot of studio interference like we did with Toby's Spider-Man 3 and Andrew's Amazing Spider-Man 2, because in my opinion, those were the 2 worst ones.
Well, real quick. Sorry, real quick. Moonlight, please don't say that name. Don't ever say that title ever again, please. That's the worst title. Spider-Man 4, Brand New Day. No. Brings back such horrible memories. Horrible memories. I understand it might be for the MC, but oh my god, Brand New Day. It's a trash story. Hurts my heart.
If Marvel Studios is involved, quality's gonna be pretty good.
Marvel Studios probably won't be involved.
That's it, right? They had like a 3-picture deal where they would
supposedly it's supposed to be 3 more. They're trying to hammer out, I think. Supposedly 3 more.
Well, look. I think the biggest problem with Spider-Man 3 and Amazing Spider-Man 2 was studio interference. And Amazing Spider-Man to me wasn't very good either. But you bring in Sam Raimi, let him do his Spider-Man 4. You'd have to adjust the script a little bit because, Toby's older. Yeah. Or they could de-age him because that technology is getting really good. Am I right? Book of Boba Fett. But you know who they were going to have play the Vulture? John Malkovich.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, there was rumors of that.
Freaking Malkovich. Bring him back. Throw a couple million at him. Let's see Toby fight
He might
John
be too
Malkovich.
old.
Seriously, once you're in the
John
suit,
Malkovich?
come on.
Yeah.
John Malkovich is not too old. Hold on, did you not see him in Red?
That was a while ago already, though.
Alex, hold on. Dante, I'll handle this. Alex, I know you're a comic book artist who never reads comic books, and I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but the Vulture is very
He's an old guy. Yes, I know.
He has liver spots on his head.
No.
So I think John Malkovich is actually the right age. I mean, he can't be much older than Michael Keaton. And Michael
Keaton's in his 70s already.
Is he 70?
Yeah, he's in his 70s.
Yeah.
Okay, so Michael Keaton played Murray. Michael Keaton played Vulture in this first Spider-Man and you know. So it's real quick. Class Customer says, how'd y'all start on the subject of Transformers, go straight to Voltron, and now talking about Spidey-related movies, completely skipping Transformers altogether? We're going to go back to Transformers. Transformers.
Yeah, that's for the news segment. We'll get back to it, all right?
Starting says she's playing the Julia Carpenter version of Madam Web. Oh, goodness. That one's even worse. I don't like the Julia Carpenter Madam Web one. Because it's basically... She now moves around. She gets all the spiders together. There's certain things going on. That's like,
Dragon said, "Do not have." Shindaria said, "Do not have the de-aging look anything like Gemini Man." I did not.
Oh my goodness!
It was free on streaming, and I'm like, I'm good.
Yo, I try to have hopes for that movie, and I watched it. I was like, my hopes are gone. Yeah. Dragon says this will be a way for Sony to get the live action Spider-Verse. Unboxing Art says Tom Holland is all we need. This about says, or both those Spidey films.
Listen, before No Way Home, I would have said like Toby and Tom Holland. That's it. Don't bring Andrew back. But they did such a good job with Andrew, and he did such a good job in No Way Home that, like I said, I've softened my position. I would welcome him back for an Amazing Spider-Man 3. Just don't do Rhino in the mech suit. I don't want that.
I enjoy Amazing Spider-Man. I'm probably one of the few people who did enjoy it, but I enjoyed it. Your boys got.
That's cool. Amazing Spider-Man 2 had the best Spider-Man costume to this day. Yes. That was the best looking Spider-Man costume to this day. I just didn't like cool skateboarding Peter Parker. That's not who my Peter Parker is. You know, he's nerdy. He's a little socially awkward.
Well, he was, because remember he didn't have nobody at that point. It was just him and Gwen and Aunt May. That was it. He didn't really have it wasn't like socially out there.
Yeah, but he was like a cool guy, you know. He was like, I don't know.
Yeah, I can see that.
I liked his Spider-Man. His Spider-Man was really good. Like, he was real quippy and stuff. Amazing Spider-Man 2, like Jamie Foxx was over the top, corny, and the Green Goblin thing didn't really work for me. Of course, he was following up Willem Dafoe, and you can't compete with that guy. You know, but yeah, I would do all of them. I'll watch them. I'm on a huge Spider-Man kick right now.
I'm ready for more Spider-Man after getting this Spider-Man. I want more Spider-Man.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
Yeah. It's black on black, sir. Oh, wait a minute. Let me. There you go. He's raising the fist. Black History Month for Black Spider-Man. Your boy got toy says the rumor to put Kraven in the third Spider-Man movie and the Spider-Man and Mobius movie. We'll see how Mobius is getting pushed back, and I don't know what they're doing. I think they're making it worse for themselves when they keep pushing back, like Black Widow got pushed back so many times.
You know what? I think they're pushing it back for more multiverse stuff. Just like there was major reshoots, and not just regular reshoots that every movie has, but there was major reshoots for Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
And I think it's because of the reception of No Way Home, and they're like, let's lean into the multiverse. Well, so they'll probably overdo it.
Well, no, we pushed it back before Way Home because I think it was like a resurgence because of COVID and everything. They were thinking like people wouldn't be at the movie theaters to go see it since it's going to be just released in theaters first, and then probably later on like whatever streaming service later on. Phone Former says he's a Clooney fan, but doesn't like the best Spider-Man Garfield. I can't answer that. Stratton says Deadpool is rumored to be in a Strange movie. Jason Lopez says, just putting it out there, Kristen Dunst made it public that she'd be down to return as Mary Jane. Disembowel says Multiverse of Madness going to have more cameos than an episode of SNL. Oh my goodness, y'all! Wow, thank you, y'all. We got a super chat here from Jeremy Jernigan. Thank you very much. Unpopular opinion: I enjoyed the Andrew Garfield movies. Really likes Gwen Stacy. Best Spidey suit, hands down. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Well, Jeremy photoshops himself into my basement. That picture was not real. He was not here. He was not standing in front of the D12s behind me. And thank you, Unboxing Art. He said my background looks so dope. Thank you. I actually turned the lights off tonight. The lights in the D12 were not turned on. Maybe that's it. But thank you.
I told you, it's if he was there, blow all that Cheeto dust on there. Then let's get into the second best episodes of Book of Boba Fett.
Boba Fett. Should we call it Boba Fett?
I'm sorry, Mandalorian season 3 is turned out super great.
Yeah, 2.5. Look, we're gonna spoil this show, so if you have not seen Book of Boba Fett, listen anyway, because spoilers are no big deal. But Luke is back.
Still enjoy it.
Luke is back. Grogu's back. There, you're spoiled. Keep listening.
Yeah. Sorry, before you go into that.
Okay.
The reason why I said so, we were talking about this before the show started. Grogu. Now, that name, it didn't ring a bell to me till I was watching American Dad.
Good
Roger
morning,
has a baby.
USA.
Yes, Roger has like this little baby, and his name is Grogu.
Who?
The baby's name is Grogu.
Really? I don't remember that.
Yes.
What's it called?
American Dad.
No. The name of the baby.
Grogu.
It's Go-Gru?
Yeah, that's different. It's Grogu in Star Wars.
But they pronounce it the same way.
Grogu.
I'm going to double check it. Hold on. Double checking it now. American Dad. I want to put that up. There's a super chat from Shindarius. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
that 70s Venom was the worst pick for that character.
Mm-hmm. Seems like every movie that guy's in, Topher Grace, he's a... Because I didn't like him in Predators either. He played like the tough serial killer kind of guy, and that's not him.
Yeah, that was a very weird casting choice.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. I'm like, was Topher Grace like a hot actor at that time in 2009?
Kind of, because I think he left that 70s show early.
Yep.
So that's when he kind of capitalized on getting into the movies.
Yeah.
Horrible choice. Eddie Brock is huge.
So I do apologize. I was wrong. As your boy got toys, and as I googled it, it says his name is Rogu.
Rogu.
But it almost like when they're saying the show, it sounds like Goguru.
It's just missing the G at the beginning.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. I'm gonna call Dave.
That was so you liked the last episode more than than the latest episode? The episode before, I mean?
I did not. Okay. I like this episode. But once again, you had to go back to him. Grogu.
Oh, come on.
How do you not like Grogu?
It's a beautiful thing.
Look, I had 2 seasons of him hanging around. I don't need a 3rd season of him hanging around.
Where is your heart?
Can't Mando just do Mando? No. And that boy, I wish they give him some new clothes. Can they stop letting him wear that potato sack? Can they get that man some clothes? They can build rock huts, but they can't give my man some clothes.
Now you're just being picky.
Clothes?
No. Come on. He needs. Look, he doesn't need a potato sack. I don't hate kids, okay? I'm not a hater of kids. I love kids, okay?
Confirmed. I mean, the whole Mandalorian series is pretty much the relationship between him and the baby. I mean,
it's been said a million times. It's lone wolf and cub.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
But I thought it was amazing. I really loved. I mean, there wasn't a lot of action in it, but I mean, Cad Bane at the end was just like the icing on the cake.
Baby
R2, Ahsoka. I was like, what the hell is she? Where did she come from? But it was a welcome surprise. And I like there's so many little things that I liked about it. Like when Luke was having a conversation with Ahsoka where he was kind of like still like, what do I do with this kid? You know, and she's like, you know, trust your instincts or whatever. It's like to me, it was like Luke is still at that stage where he just became like a Jedi, but it doesn't mean that he knows everything. It doesn't mean like he's like Qui-Gon level even or anything like that. But one of the things that I really loved, if not the thing that I loved the most, was actually Ludwig Göransson's score for this episode. I mean, he's scored Mando. He also did Black Panther, and he's been doing the Book of Boba Fett. And just like the part where Luke is training Grogu, where he's got him in the backpack, I just love that music. If you guys are going to watch it a second or third time, just try to pay attention to the score at that part, man. It's just really great stuff. I don't think he gets enough credit. I mean, there's always going to be John Williams, but when he's no longer available, man, I say give the ball to Ludwig Göransson to score all the Star Wars films and series.
As much as I love John Williams, he's the greatest movie composer of all time, in my opinion.
Yep.
When you're in your 90s, it is time to move on. And one of the big standouts for me for Mando and Book of Boba Fett is the score. I love them both.
Yeah.
I mean, they're very different than anything we've heard before in Star Wars, but they still really feel like Star Wars.
Yeah.
So, I totally agree. And they even threw in the Force theme, which is, you know, and they threw in Yoda's theme, my all-time favorite Star Wars theme, dude. I love Yoda's theme. They threw that in. And so, I like the callbacks, but I also really like the new stuff that they're doing with the score.
Yeah.
So, in kind of reference to that, not in reference to it. There was a little bit of hint of what Gogurt's choice is.
You think you got to figure it out?
So,
I think it's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
I mean, remember, just say it. I think he's going to go back with Mando.
He is. So, because remember, and I hate referencing these movies, but what was it? Episode, what was the one they showed the school burnt down?
That was
Last Jedi?
Yeah, one of the
Last Jedi. So, remember, he said that Kylo was his first student.
Right, yeah. But so I've been watching a bunch of like YouTuber video theories and stuff. I love watching it, you know, all that stuff. And they're kind of harping on what you're saying, Dante, is like if Grogu accepts the lightsaber, then that pretty much erases the sequel trilogy.
Yes.
I mean, even I think we just have to accept that these sequel trilogy films exist, you know, for better or for worse. You know, it's history. You can't erase history. Just work it in some way, ignore it, but to act like, you know, erasing it is gonna take away, I guess, the sting of like a disdain for those films, or it's not gonna somehow attach itself to the movie canon. It's like it's always going to be there. We've seen the movies, so forget about it, move on, ignore them if you have to.
I agree with you. At this point, Disney is not going to erase the sequels. It's not going to happen, as much as I would like that. However, we are very sentimental and precious with Star Wars, right? Star Wars fans, we're hardcore. Disney is not. Disney follows the money.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason why I think there's a very minuscule chance of them rewriting the sequels or going in a different direction. However, I disagree with you on saying that I have to accept them. I will never accept them. I accept Mando, and
I don't mean like accept them and like them, accept them.
No. I get what you're saying. That will never be canon to me in my what they call head canon. The minute that the good storytelling ends and the sequels begin, I'm out. I don't accept it as a Star Wars story. I mean, I know it's all made up and make believe. I get that, you know, but I will never accept that that's what happens to Han, Luke, and Leia. I can't. It's I don't care if Disney owns it and they decide where the story goes. That's fine. They can do that. But, you know, as a fan, at this point, I pick and choose, you know. So that's just me.
Shaf Gold says, Rogue Squadron is now my favorite movie, and second has to be The Empire Strikes Back. Ewan says, I saw a great theory that rumored that tells the Jedi series would be Luke and Grogu's show, and similar to the Book of Boba announcement in Mandalorian, it'll be show post credit Grogu chose Jedi. Klaus Custer says, I need more Finn, Poe, and Rey. Look. I can't. Like, Last Jedi put this taste in my mouth that I just can't wash out. Like, I sit there and I try to go back and watch it, and my mind's like, shut it down, boys. Shut the whole system down.
Yeah.
Like, my mind, it's just like, no, go ahead and power down, boys. We're gonna go to sleep. But he's still awake. That's fine. Just power everything down. We're not paying attention to anything. Even when I went to the movie theater and seen it, I looked around and I thought people would still be more outraged than I was.
Yeah, I remember when. Yeah, I was like, well, I was sitting in a theater with like 5 other people, but when he threw that thing over his shoulder, I looked over to my friend. I was like, "What the fuck?"
That's what I did. I looked over at my wife. I'm like, "What's going on here?"
Yeah.
And then, I mean, I saw that movie once in the theater. I tried watching it again on Disney Plus, and when Poe starts telling the mom jokes over the intercom, I'm like, I can't. So I've seen it like about second time about
Space bombs, really?
Yeah.
No.
You know, the scientifically inaccurate stuff in Star Wars, I don't care about that. Like, I'll buy it. You know, the bombs fall in space and hit the I don't care. I can dismiss all of that. What I can't dismiss is destroying who these characters were and taking the story in a direction, like the story. I don't care about, you know, the little, you know, the technicalities of you know, gravity. But
the thing is, well, the reason why I bring that up, because you have to look at, like, Leia floating through space. Like, oh, the Force can make a Force shield around you and float you back in. It's space at that point. If any Jedi's were dying in space, because remember, what was the last time they fought ship? They had ships. They die in space. It wasn't no, oh, let me go ahead and float myself back onto the planet with my Force shield here.
And you know, that scene didn't even bother me. I mean, sure, it was really wonky. It was really wonky looking when she floated back in. I'm totally good with Leia being very powerful and being able to survive in space for a few minutes. Like, I can accept that. I can't accept Luke tossing the lightsaber and being a grouchy old hermit who puts on hobo clothes and
dies at the end, has a Force heart attack.
Yeah, man. No.
Yeah. Well, enough about that. We've talked about that. Let's talk about Mando, and what we were talking about backstage was how much the deep fake technology has improved just from the end of Mando season 2 to these last few episodes. Like, I was looking really hard at Luke, and I could see some areas, like, but I mean, I had to look really hard.
It was when he opened his mouth.
Yeah.
So
and they don't give him too much emotion, like where he's outwardly expressive a lot. It's like they try to keep him, I assume because of the technology, but they still did a great job with it.
Real quick, we got a super chat from Blake Kwan. Thank you very much. Showing some love to my favorite live stream, Infinity Equation. Like and subscribe, folks. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Blake, thank you so much, man.
Oh, real quick. Thank you. We got super chat from Avenger78. My partner died in 2017. She loved episode 7, but when I walked out of episode 8, I was like, thank God she didn't have to see this.
Holy
I'm sorry to hear that.
I'm sorry to hear that too, man. But, I'm glad she didn't have to.
Yeah.
I mean, better if she just didn't go to the movies and she was still here.
Yeah.
This person was still here as opposed to. But
I wish she could have seen Mando. And
there you go.
And these last 2 episodes of Book of Boba Fett, I'm sure she would have loved it. And man, I'm really sorry. That's heartbreaking.
Yeah, it is.
So last episode, big turf war between the crime syndicates. By the way, the Pikes are turning out to be more of badasses than I was expecting them to be. Like that whole where they blew up Flashdance. You know who Jennifer Beals.
Oh yeah, you knew that. Yeah, you knew that was going to happen. They rolled in with a case. Like who just rolls in with this kind of case? Like, hey, we just roll in. Hey, can we order some drinks? We're not. And then with the drink, they're like, nah, son. Nah, that's something that should have told you. Something like, no, something's not right. Get that canister. Hey, you forgot your canister. Hey, get your canister out of here. Boom. But can we talk about the star of the show? I really want to talk about him real quick.
Who's
the
that?
deputy.
Let's start at the beginning.
Yeah. I just want to talk about the deputy. That deputy got more holes than him.
Yeah.
He stepped over the bounds of his life.
Yeah. I was not a big fan of him just because he stole Boba Fett's armor, or somehow he got it and he was unwilling to give it up in the
No, not Cobb Vanth. No. Cobb Vanth is deputy.
Oh, that guy. Yeah,
the main guy. Yeah, if he drinks some Kool-Aid, he have like Kool-Aid spoon out like all holes of them.
Oh, yeah.
That dummy.
Yep. You knew it. You felt it, and I'm telling you, okay. You felt it in the air, like Phil Collins. You felt it in the air. When he seen Mando, you like, this dude's gonna die. And you like when he said, Cobb's like, get back in, deputy, don't do it. And his eyes were just like, let me go look at my deputy because this dude about to get shot.
Yeah.
He's like, shut up.
Yeah. Cobb got shot once. Okay, my boy Cobb survives. Okay, cool. Deputy, nobody went to go check on him. They were like, well, let's just go over and kick Cobb. Like, yo, this dude dead.
No.
He did. But I'm sorry, we go and start the beginning. I just had that deputy. He habitually line step, and you see what it got him.
Yeah, he was a happy trigger finger, because he was new, I think is what he said. But no, at the so I watched the thing twice, and I don't remember what happened at the beginning.
Well, no, I mean, look, I'll say this about the deputy: he was the internet tough guy, right?
Yeah,
he's out there talking all this trash, right? But when you see him in person, he's getting taken out.
Like like your side dude, like look, you better get your boy, you better get your man's out here because he's talking reckless. Like, look here, you can't be coming up in our town. You can't park that ship out there. No. I'm here to see Cobb Vanth. No, I told you got to move. I got this, deputy. Go back inside. Dang it! All those guys come over here trying to start some trouble, trying to be law. You ain't no martial law out here. I'm the law. That's what you need. That's what you should have Sylvester Stallone say. I am the law. That's what you should have him say that line there. I am the law.
Oh, so I remember now. So yeah, at the beginning, it was when he stopped the Pikes from running through with the spice in their town.
Yeah.
So it was a kind of like things to come later on in the episode. I assumed later on that's why he was saying, everyone assemble the town, to the bartender. I got something to tell him. And
my question about that scene: why did they use cinnamon as a prop instead of like sugar or flour? I'm like, come on, guys. Yeah. That's not what spice looks like. We all know what it looks like. We've all seen Scarface. Come on. Like, that's cinnamon. Are you going to do the cinnamon challenge? Is that what you're trying to do?
My thing was like, you can make your town like be rich. My man just like, nah, let me just go ahead and knock it on the ground, let the sand take it. What? Your town's already broke.
But that speaks a lot to his character, a character who we barely know.
He's not money driven.
He's not. He has a strong moral compass, and so that told you a lot about who Cobb Vanth is. And so I like that. He
still felt some way about losing that armor though. He was like, "Yo, even now, all right, I don't have to help you do anything. What do you say, bartender? Yeah, we ain't got to do anything."
I was just starting to like him this episode.
Yeah, and you said you thought the Pikes were more intimidating. I still think the Pikes were way more intimidating in Clone Wars. They looked like Egyptian gods. In Clone Wars, and now to me they look goofy. They're like a catfish on a human body. I mean, I don't know.
I think it's the voices under the mask.
Yeah,
I like the voices in Clone Wars better. You remember what they sounded like?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, but so you see Cobb Vanth dump the cinnamon in the desert, and then it cuts to Mando, and Mando's flying into that unnamed planet. We don't know what the name is. But
beautiful planet, beautiful area.
Yeah, bamboo forests, right?
Yeah. I was just gonna say, if the sequel trilogy is still part of canon, wouldn't it be the name of that planet that Luke's school was on in
Yeah,
they never
but
told us the name of that planet either, right?
right, because I watched Star Wars theories, like rundown of the episode, and they never said the name of that planet in Last Jedi, so it's still unnamed. Like my thing was like, why not just make it Yavin 4, like in Legends? Like his Jedi training, they called it a praxium, was in the Massassi temples that the Rebel base was in on Yavin 4. Like that would have been cool. Just take us back to Yavin. You know,
it's a map on Battlefront 2 also.
Yeah. But just to back up a little bit to Luke and his look.
Oh yeah, I want that.
I mean, I think he looked a lot better, and there still is a little bit of that uncanny valley, especially when he talks. But the most wonky part to me, and like I said, I thought it was really good. I'm all about seeing more Luke. Was the voice? The voice sounded like Mark Hamill, but it was very wooden and robotic. And it's because it is Mark Hamill. It's his voice that they run through, you know, software to make him sound younger. That needs a lot of work, in my opinion, because his voice sounds like it's buried in the sound mix, and everyone else seems like they're there, right? But for some reason, his voice sounds like it's just kind of buried in the mix,
and like taking place in a studio.
Yeah. And like I said, it still sounds a little artificial. So I think they need to work on that. But they brought in that deepfake dude on YouTube, the one that did Mando Season 2 better, right? The Luke from Mando Season 2. That he did it better.
Yeah.
Lucasfilm hired him, and you can tell they hired him because this was a lot better than PS3 Luke from Mando Season 2.
He was probably the director. He's like, nah, guys, you're doing it wrong. Eat more.
I think we talked about it because before on one of the earlier shows, because the first thing that he worked on was the new Indiana Jones or something that was coming out or something like that. I think that's why they hired him, was to work to de-age Harrison Ford, the new Indiana Jones. So if he's doing Star Wars stuff now, man, good for them.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I was happy when they hired him. When I heard that, I was like, good. They got somebody who actually knows what they're doing, who showed off the work that they did, and they're like, we need to bring this guy on to help us be a little bit better.
Oh, Charles Phillips says they're using vintage recordings of his voice and constructing the dialogue with AI.
Maybe that's why it sounds kind of robotic, like you were saying.
They could just bring him back in. Why not just have like, hey, Mark, can you come back in?
His voice is too gruff. It's too
Mark's voice is totally... Mark, I don't know if you guys know this, Mark is a heavy smoker.
Oh, is he?
Really?
Yeah, and so his voice has really changed. Yeah,
like Leia's, like Carrie Fisher's did towards the end of her life, too.
I mean, it was unrecognizable. The only one that's close is Harrison Ford, and even he's way more. Yeah. Oh, I'm down here.
Yeah.
I don't care. You know, he's like weighed down and raspy, but Harrison Ford smokes a lot of weed. Like he's a big pothead, and so he's got all that. You know, he's real gruff. His voice isn't the same either.
Yeah, because you can even tell, like, from Last Indiana Jones, he was not. He was. Excuse me. No, what was it? Force Awakens. Yeah, you could tell.
Yeah. Yep. But I loved seeing Luke, of course. I mean, childhood hero, right? I love the callback to the Yoda and Luke training on Dagobah in Empire Strikes Back. I mean, it was almost shot for shot. You know, swinging and flipping and. The same blue backpack that Yoda was in, he had Grogu in. Grogu jumping around from rock to rock. I was like, okay, that's funny, but it doesn't look right.
Hold on, no. So when they were walk, he's like, "Come on, take a walk with me," and he was like hopping him along with
But I mean later on when Grogu's jumping across the river there, the water from. It reminded me of. Like the old Muppets when like you would see Kermit full on and he's like jumping or walking or flying through the air. That's what it looked like to me. Because I mean Grogu is he's a practical effect. He's a puppet.
Yeah.
And it just looked like Kermit the Frog jumping around to me. I don't know.
But remember, so we gotta remember too, like as well with these I guess that species, they get tired from using the Force. They get tired very easily.
Yeah,
he does, but he's a baby.
Yeah.
But remember when Yoda, because Yoda, when he got a little bit older, even in the prequels, he really didn't do that much, flipping around with the lightsaber until what was it, the second
And
movie?
Attack of the Clones. He was flipping all over. Yeah, even Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith, he was
right, because they get tired very easily using all that force to strain themselves. So I kind of understand, like, he was pushing him a little bit, but I'm like, dude, like, they get tired very easily. But what killed me was we did not see what happened after Order 66.
Yeah.
I think
we
kind of did. We got a little little flashback of
we don't know how he got out of there, because remember, they were like, there's the last one. How did he get out of there? Who came and saved him?
Yeah, well, I think they'll show it eventually. He'll start to get more of his memory. But I don't know if because when they filmed the prequels, all the clones were CGI suit guys that were multiplied or whatever. But the movement in these clones in this last episode seemed like it was actually people in like a suit. So that really hit the
because you didn't really have to have that many. You could probably recycle some of the stormtrooper suits anyway. Yeah,
but the movement and I could tell, like in the prequels, when it looks like robotic movement, right. But with this it looked a little bit more organic. But I loved I hope they come out with a Hot Toys Luke Training Dojo black.
That was cool.
I want one of those. So
I like that. It was like a gi.
Yeah.
So the flashback, for one, I like that they used the same kind of dream effect they used in Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah, when she's having her fever dream or whatever. Yeah.
No, Anakin was. Excuse me. Anakin was having that dream about Padme giving birth.
Of Padme, yeah.
It was that same kind of effect around the edge.
Yeah.
But I think we're going to see more of that Order 66 moment when Grogu's in the Jedi Temple.
Yeah.
Man, I think they're going to show in the Ahsoka show.
Mm-hmm. Whole year we have.
I think we're going to see more of that scene, and Vader's going to walk in.
Yeah.
And people don't like that he's 50 years old and still a baby. That means that Yoda at 900 years old should be like a teenager, right?
Yeah.
But I think they might have put Grogu on ice because they were doing experiments on him. So they might have just, put him in carbonite and then wake him up when they need some DNA. And so he might physically be younger physically and mentally be much younger than 50. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well,
I know that I'm sorry. Physically, he's 50 because he was born 50 years ago, but he's not as developed as a 50-year-old Yoda would be if he hadn't been frozen in carbonite.
Well, some of that is a setback too, because remember, Luke was like, I can help you remember. So most of that is probably trauma, being traumatized from that Order 66. You see them dudes coming at you like, oh shoot, I'm still in this cradle, man. Y'all do your thing. Anakin didn't tell me not to come to school today. Anakin did not call me, give me that text message saying not to come to school today.
Text message.
And because that's what he did. So Greg was saying Yoda was 900 years old in Attack of the Clones. Even still, that's still young. That was still young for Yoda. Excuse me, Yoda. Yoda.
Yodel.
I don't know. So he was technically still young. Not until Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi. What was that? How many years was that after?
It wasn't that many years. It was only a handful of years, right, Ryan? From
between what?
Empire to Jedi?
It was 6 months, maybe a year.
Okay. Was it?
Yeah. And then Jedi, he's no, wait. When does he say he's 900 years old? He's when 900 years
Jedi.
old? Jedi, okay.
Yeah.
So you'd think that from the time of the prequels to the sequels, that's a good 20 years, right?
25. Mark? So Revenge to A New Hope is 20 years.
Yeah.
And then you got A New Hope to Empire is about 3-4 years.
Yeah.
And then Empire to Jedi is, 6 months to a year. So about 4 or 5 years between A New Hope and Jedi.
Yeah.
No.
So, you're still technically kind of young. But he just I guess when he stopped using the Force, just headed to Dagobah. He was just yo, I'm done with this.
Oh, thank you, Josh Lambert. Physiologically, thank you. See, Josh has a thesaurus handy, so He helps
Don't
me out.
listen to him. Don't listen to him. He be making up words all the time.
Just about said Winter Soldier Grogu. Yeah.
Yeah, it could be because it's weird. Like, so I guess so. If you're saying if it was like maybe like a year or 6 months, no, it couldn't have been because the third movie showed the birth of them, so it had to be longer than that.
No, Luke is about 20 when episode 4. He's like 21-ish.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Luke
episode
20, 19,
okay, so Luke is 20 in episode 4. So the timeline between from what was it? What's the last one called? Revenge of the Sith. Yeah. So episode 3 to episode 4, that's a lot of time.
It's 20 years.
That's a good about 20 years. That's a good 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I can understand Yoda not being as strong as he was, and add a couple years on there, depending like however his race ages and everything.
No. Well, so how do you guys feel about the series now after these last 2 episodes?
I'm in. I care less about Boba Fett's story, of course.
Yeah.
But the overall story they're telling on Disney Plus between Mando, Boba, Ahsoka is coming. Mando season 3. Dude, I'm in, man.
Yeah,
like
Kenobi.
I'm totally invested. I love it.
Yeah. I'm
There's
starting.
not going to be a Book of Boba Fett season 2. I can tell you that right now. Like the way this is going.
No, there is. There is.
Oh, there
Really?
is. Really? Wow.
Yeah, I don't know if it's officially announced, but it's like out there. Like,
oh, is it?
Yeah.
I'm starting to think that maybe just because the last 2 episodes have really had not much to do with Boba Fett, just like the left turn that they made in the last few episodes, I'm starting to think. Do you think that they purposely made this series more like a chapter in the overall book that they're telling this upcoming year, ending probably with Ahsoka?
Yes, this is like a short spin-off, like side story.
Exactly. Yeah, that's how I feel
but
about it.
Its purpose is to further the overall story, which will probably culminate in maybe a movie or like one big series. I don't know what they'll call it, but I think it's going to involve Ahsoka, Grand Admiral Thrawn, Ezra, right? Because that's Ahsoka's whole motivation. It'll probably involve Luke and Grogu and Mando.
Yeah. And we'll see Boba Fett in the other series as well, too, I think. I don't think this is the last that we'll see them.
Well, no, I'm not saying it's last. It's just more it feels like because at this point, like, how can I put this? Like, if you don't get Gogurt, go sit down, Gogurt. Go sit down, Gogurt. It feels like it's more of the characters that we know and that have been established show, and new characters being shown. Like, and I don't understand why they want. Just call my man what his name is. His name is Black Chrysanthemum.
It's Black Chrysanthemum. He's part of the team now.
Yeah, just call him Black Chrysanthemum. And we got Chrysanthemum here. No, just call him Black Chrysanthemum. You're not being racist when you say that. That's his color. That's his fur color. He's black. Okay, we get it. He's black.
But we don't call Chewbacca brown Chewbacca.
Because Chewbacca didn't call himself brown Chewbacca. He called himself
that
Chewbacca.
was the only Chewbacca at the time, right? That was the only Wookiee.
Hey, I'm all for keep calling him Black Chrysanthemum.
Yeah, that's his name.
That's our thing.
I do want to address Obi-Wan Chigones. He said, so did the show win you over, or are you simply enjoying these episodes? I still think the Boba's portion still makes the show stink overall. Yeah, the first 4 episodes, look, I said before that like episode 1 was like vanilla ice cream. It's good, but it was like vanilla, right? It's like, okay. The first 4 episodes, though, as a whole, to me, are not good. I do not like them. But I'm invested in the story they're telling. I think they took Boba Fett in totally the wrong direction. Maybe he'll redeem himself in the last episode and be that Boba Fett we always wanted, But no, I'm not a fan of Book of Boba Fett, but I'm a fan of these 2 episodes for sure. And I'm hoping the last episode really just goes all out. It has to be at least an hour long.
Yeah.
At least.
For this to go even further, if you're going to do season 2, you actually have to give Boba Fett his story. Now that you got all that backstory out of the way, you have to give a fleshed out story.
Yeah.
And I like Robert Rodriguez. I like the stuff he does,
Oh no.
but I don't think this is the show for him. This is not the show for him to direct. We got better episodes and from Bryce Dallas Howard, Dave Filoni.
Mhm.
We've got it felt like better pacing, a better story when it's done by them than with Robert Rodriguez. It kind of felt like we said before, like kind of like a Spy Kids kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like the first couple episodes.
Who invited him to the Star Wars party? How did he become executive producer?
Dave.
Get out of
Dave
here.
did, man.
I don't care that they both wear cowboy hats.
Do we know who wrote the
Spanish.
first 4 episodes? Did
Favreau.
Robert Rodriguez? Huh?
Favreau has written
Favreau
everything.
did. Oh, that's
Yeah.
disappointing.
But the problem was, Tamora, what's his name?
Tamora Morrison.
He said he was trying to make changes during that time.
Yeah.
For Boba Fett, because he was saying like, I don't think the helmet should come off. I think the helmet should stay on, which I'm good with that. If you're doing that, then I'm for that. That's what it should have been.
Yeah.
But those first couple episodes, it's just hard to like say, hey, this is a Boba Fett show. And you're kind of like, I understand like you're going through like showing the change of him, like going from like this like dangerous bounty hunter to like kind of a soft, like hearted, person.
Yeah.
It's just like we know Boba Fett's a dangerous bounty hunter. That's what he should be shown. He should be lethal. I understand, with the Tusken Raiders. Like it's like now all of a sudden, like all the indigenous creatures we thought were dangerous, they're just misunderstood. Yeah. Tusken Raiders, Jawas. I mean, even the sandworms are misunderstood too. Those sandworms. I'm saying it's like
I know. I agree with you. That's true. It's true.
They just look that way, and it's not. You can't make every all look like they're misunderstood. What you gonna do with the Pikes? Like they're gonna be like, hey, they're misunderstood. They didn't really want to take over the planet and spice. They just felt like they needed to fill that gap that was empty. Is that what you're gonna do next?
Yeah.
Well,
next, I mean,
yeah.
Go ahead, Alex.
No, I was just gonna say I want to see a big mafia war at this last episode.
Yeah,
I want to see Boba Fett gets vicious and
I just want to see Black DeSantis punch people to knuckles.
Him too. Yeah. Look, there was a reason Vader singled out Boba Fett and said, "No disintegrations." Let me see that Boba Fett.
Yeah,
the guy that's just going around disintegrating people, not the guy that's like, "Hey, Fennec, you handle it." I'm gonna be indecisive and take my helmet off all the time.
Fennec's more of the boss than he is. Like Fennec's been doing all the work.
I still think
maybe
she might turn on him.
She might, but I'm thinking maybe Boba goes off with Mando. Maybe Boba ends up with the Darksaber, and he goes off and does the Mandalorian thing. I know he's not a Mandalorian, but Jango was a foundling, right?
Yeah.
So, and then Fennec takes over Jabba's palace.
Yeah.
She seems more suited than Boba Fett at this point.
Exactly. So before we move on, there's a quick little side story I watched today where somebody was explaining the relationship between Boba Fett and Cad Bane. So I guess there was an episode that was never shown.
It was never finished.
It's finished. I'm sorry, finished.
It's like
where Cad Bane and Boba Fett and Cad Bane was training Boba Fett, and then they got into it about a bounty, and then that's how Boba Fett got that dent in his helmet, and that's why Cad Bane's got that metal plate on his head.
It was basically like what happened between Cobb Vanth and Cad Bane. And Cad Bane pops him in the helmet, leaving the dent, but then Cad Bane is killed. Well, thankfully that's not canon because now we got Cad Bane live action. And someone asked what I thought of how he looked now, because he does look a lot different than Clone Wars. And someone online that's really good at CGI, they altered that live action Cad Bane to make him look more like Clone Wars, and it looked good. But Clone Wars is an interpretation of live action.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with them adjusting it a little bit. And also, Cad Bane is old, man. He's in his 70s at this point.
Yeah.
People change as they get older. So
I'm
I'm fine with it. I thought he looked great. the smaller hat was consistent because in Bad Batch he had the smaller brimmed cowboy hat.
Yeah.
So that I was fine with how he looked. I thought, all I saw was Cad Bane. I'm like, this is awesome.
This old man walked the desert. No ride, just walked. I don't know where he was walking from, but he walked.
Great scene though, like classic, like Western shootout.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Get everybody inside.
Everyone's looking through the windows and good stuff. I like how he asked him twice what his name was and he wouldn't tell him.
Yeah.
And when he had his hat, the bill of his hat, like down, he looked really mean, showing his teeth.
That's how you introduce a villain. That's how you introduce, even though it's somebody that you already know who it is, that's how you do it. I don't give you my name. I'm just here to tell you what you need to do. Now, look here. I have to ask you one more time. You still didn't give your names. Look, sir, wait a minute now. I got to lift up and look at you again. Pow! And your deputy, pow, 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 pow. Did you really have to shoot him like 16 times, though? You had to see that man.
You did.
All right, folks. And real quick, watch Peacemaker. If you haven't watched Peacemaker,
I have not seen the last episode.
Oh my goodness, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Intro, I don't skip past the intro of it.
You don't.
Because it's so awesome. It's just he's like the dance. Peacemaker is a very funny show. It is so well done. He talks about Batman. He talks about Superman. He's like he talked about Batman so bad. He's like, Batman, you know what? He's a wuss. He's like, all his villains go right to jail and keep coming back. You know why I don't have no gallery of villains? Because they're all 6 feet underground. It's great. It's great. Yeah. Peacemaker is awesome.
I have not seen Peacemaker yet, but thanks to Marty and Sarah for letting me piggyback on their Hulu. I did watch the first episode of Hit Monkey.
Ooh.
It was excellent. It was
excellent. It's good, wasn't it?
Monkey is good. I'm going to download a few episodes so I can watch it on the plane. I'm flying out Sunday, so I'm going to kind of like binge watch Hit Monkey. But the first episode was really good, man.
Oh, yeah.
So and Peacemaker, I should download a few episodes of that for the plane.
Yes, please do. Yo. It's going to just because like the intro is you just like, I can't pass this intro because it's so hilariously funny. It's like worth watching each time.
Yeah.
Vigilante is awesome. I love Vigilante. Like I like Peacemaker, but I love Vigilante more because he's just so hilarious. There's a part where I'm not going to say it. Never mind. But it's just great.
I'm not worried about spoilers.
Yeah, there's a part where he's like, Vigilante's getting his pinky toe cut off. He's like, he's like, I need that. He's like, I need the pinky toe. I'll fall over. Like the pinky toe is important. They're like, no, it's not. Like, yes, it is. Like, it's the most important. Yes. And then he starts cutting. He's like, why is it taking so long to cut off this toe? He's like, these things are not even sharp. They're dolls. I don't know what. You need to sharpen these things. When's the last time you sharpened these clippers? It's hilarious. Just during the torture scene, it's just too funny itself. But those are some great shows to watch. Like Peacemaker, Book of Boba Fett now. Oh my goodness. They're just really, really well done.
I think you could skip the first 4 episodes of Book of Boba Fett, just jump right into Mando in season 5.
Yeah, exactly. Like, there's not much that you're missing in those.
Yeah.
All right. So let's hop into this. So we got Ghostbusters cross with Mego 4-pack edition. I think these went up on Hasbro Pulse today.
Huh. So Mego is like the 8-inch scale.
Yes.
Those look like actually some of the best Mego figures I've seen.
They're still around?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mego came back a couple years ago. They're all over Target.
Successfully?
Yeah.
What have they come out with?
All the old school like Nick at Night TV shows like Happy Days and they've done Universal Monsters and they did Bruce Lee.
And they're available at retail, huh?
Yeah, the Target sells them.
Wow.
I mean, you always see Amigo there. There's always Amigo hanging there with some NECA figures, and but not the NECA figures that you're looking for. It's like the ones that are like a year old or 2 years old. They're sitting there. It doesn't look like the NECA rep came in and changed anything out.
Are you
Like
going
the
to pick
NECA
these
reps,
up, Dante? Sorry.
no,
No,
these
me neither. Like it's an odd scale. They're very dull. Like
Yeah.
it's not for me.
These are hot toys. These are like Alex things.
No. This is like lesser Mezco.
Yeah, basically, it's taller but less Mezco.
Way lesser.
Yeah,
This is for the dudes that played with Migos as
Right.
a kid. Like that's before me. That's like late 70s. So dudes like in their 50s maybe, or someone that just likes Migo.
yeah.
That whole look.
If you enjoy them, they're all yours. Now,
So those went up for pre-order today on Hasbro?
yes, Hasbro Pulse. Yep.
Nope.
You know what? I try to be positive about everybody. Try to find some positivity somewhere. I really do. I try to find positivity somewhere.
Ryan was like, "Who is that?"
Look,
I knew when you posted who it was supposed to be, but I said I don't think that's who. This is Bruce somebody, and I don't think it's Bruce Lee. I don't know who it is.
It's the guy that they got the lookalike after he passed away, Bruce Lee.
Probably.
it's a stunt double. Bruce Lee's stunt double. Look, I know there is a perception that we hate Super 7 here. And that perception is 100% correct. No, I'm kidding. Look, if they put something out that looked good, I would say it looked good. Like, I think their turtles, they look good.
Yeah.
This, I don't... First of all, if I'm going to buy a martial artist figure, I'm gonna want to be able to pose them like a martial artist, you know. So this ain't it. You know, they got it's all single joints.
Is it really? You can tell.
Yes, you look at it.
That's what Super 7 does. They don't do double joints.
You got Alex. You should know. You got some of the wrestlers.
I do, but I feel like one of their figures that I don't own just came out with double jointed. Maybe it was the G.I. Joe animated that I thought had double jointed elbows and knees. I could be wrong. But anyways, continue, Ryan.
I highly doubt it because Brian Flynn is always saying, no, I don't like double joints. It takes too much sculpt away. And I'm like, hey, if that's your thing, I got no problem with that. It ain't for me, especially not with a martial artist or a character I want to pose, you know, with a gun, right? You know, that can actually hold a rifle.
Yeah.
Go
ahead. Sorry.
The likeness on this is just so bad. I'm like,
yeah.
It comes with a lot of accessories and it's 7-inch scale, but for $55, make it look like Bruce Lee. I mean, look how pale he is.
Yeah, someone in the he is pretty pale. Someone in the IE Facebook group said something about, which I agree with totally. It's like when it comes to Super 7 making human likenesses, they're off the mark. When you get into like, you know, your Ninja Turtles, you know, that the animated look, they're pretty spot on. But when it gets to like real life kind of sculpting, they're questionable.
They're wrestlers. Wrestlers and that throws me off. Like Andre Giant.
Yeah. The New Japan stuff. But even more so than the thing that bothers me about their humans figures is the color of again, it's like some weird kind of waxy looking skin color that just makes it look odd. And it's almost like it's opaque or transparent. Like you can, I don't know. I mean, people who buy this will have to, you know, judge it in hand, but I don't know about this. I mean, plus, there've been so many other Bruce Lee figures that have come out.
Figuarts.
So he's a little too bulky right there. He looks a little too buff. Should be a little bit skinnier, I think.
Yeah. First of all, Bruce Lee was very diminutive. I mean, he was very muscular, but he was a very slim muscular. This looks more like a Liu Kang body. You know, he looks. But anyway,
no, but
I have the figure arts. I have this version and the yellow jumpsuit version, and they're excellent, man. I don't know what they go for nowadays. I got them when they were at retail for like $30 or $40. They probably go for a lot now because it's a figure arts.
Retail was $30-$40 for those?
Oh yeah, on the Bruce Lee back in the day, yeah.
Oh wow.
Figure arts. I mean, that must have been 2016. I bought those, maybe 2017.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
figure arts goes for about $80 now.
Oh, or more.
Right. Yeah. So in about 7 years or so, they've doubled. Almost
dude.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Like I bought my first Mothx was a Mothx 2-pack of Art 2 and 3PO, which were horrible figures, but that was like, I want to say that was like $80, and now one Mothx, a single figure, is like 100, 105.
Yeah. Incredible.
Well, prices have gone crazy.
It depends on which one. Like the Sentinel Peter B. Parker Spider-Man, that one was over 100. Like the single, like the little single, like the Hush series ones are usually like around like between like 70 to 80 or 90.
No, they're over 100 now.
Are they?
Yeah. What did they put up? They put up. I don't remember. The last one I pre-ordered was 105.
Which one was that? Because I last one I pre-ordered was the Black Suit Spider-Man. That one was like around like I think 80.
Yeah, but then you add shipping to that.
Well, I get it from Hobby Link Japan, so so shipping gets charged differently. So I understand like the shipping, whatever it is, I'll pay the shipping. I'm fine with. Oh, Doomday says Nightwing.
Nightwing, yeah. What did Nightwing go for?
He should have only he should have been only 80.
Okay, but I go through so Hobby Link Japan, you're gonna throw $20 on top of that for shipping. But I go through this guy, Andrew from Toyco.
Right.
And it's like $100 flat. Like I don't pay tax. I mean, obviously I'm paying the shipping, but yeah. So there it is for 80, but you're paying $20 to get it over here. So to me, if you live in the States, it's $100 figure.
Yeah, that's what you're saying now. Yeah.
Now, if you lived in Japan, okay, $80, but
right.
Doomday said 105 on Toyco. There you go.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you, Doomdays. By the way, if you're not in the Toyco pre-order group, I highly recommend it. It's on Facebook. Andrew is totally legit. He's never let me down. You usually get it a week, maybe 2 weeks after the Hobby Link guys get it in hand, because it has to come into him and then he repacks it and ships it to you. But it's just really easy. You pay when it arrives. You don't have to pay up front. You can if you want, but anyway. And he's not a paid sponsor, by the way.
Yeah.
He's not.
Robert Diaz, when you go back to look at these Final Fantasy Tactics figures. I haven't played Final Fantasy Tactics. I don't know who some of these characters are.
I've never played any Final Fantasy ever, so I don't.
I played 7, 10, and I think that was the last ones I played.
Yeah, I played 7. They're definitely an acquired taste, like deep RPG.
Doomdays goes through Toyco because I said something a few months ago.
There you go.
I need to start getting some kickbacks from Andrew. I'm going to hit him up. Guess what?
Hey, I've been sending people over to you. I need some discounts here.
Yeah, I put Alex in that group. Didn't you get some figure arts from him?
Yeah.
Monster arts, I mean.
Yeah.
But these look good. Like I said, I'm not familiar with these characters, but they look good.
Are these figure arts?
Yes.
Yeah. Figma figure arts, same company.
No, different. No, totally different companies.
Oh, really?
I'm sorry. These are Bring Arts. These are Bring Arts. I think these are. Oh, so these are 5.5. Yeah.
They're all owned by Bandai, though, right? Figure Arts and Figma.
No, because these are through Square Enix Japan. So that's a different company.
No, Figma is not Bandai.
Yeah. There you go. Berserk said instant pre-order pairs perfectly with chocobos. Yes, I forgot about they had released them. I forgot they had released the chocobos, chocobos, whatever they are, little riding birds.
I would love to give my opinions on these, but I don't know anything about about Final Fantasy.
Yeah,
except that one dude. That one dude has a massive sword. I've seen that guy before.
Cloud Strife.
Yeah.
And Sephiroth, the eternal struggle.
Yes, thank you, Josh Lambert. Figma is good smile.
Good smile. Okay.
I'm not sure who asked for these. I'm not sure.
What is this? I mean, I know it's Flash Gordon, but what is this?
This is Boss Fight's 5-inch retro line, retro field Power Stars action. I don't know who Thun is. I've never seen this dude before. I know the other three, but Thun, I don't know who that is.
Yeah,
never heard of Thun.
You should bring up some toys that we collect.
I'm trying. We got Krampus.
Now I do technically collect Mythic Legions because I have 2 of them, and they are excellent figures. This is a variant of the one they put out in December, the Krampus.
Yes.
And this will be at like Big Bad and everywhere. It's not just Store Horsemen.
Yeah, but I think it's only limited time. I think they said February 2nd to March 6th.
Yeah, I mean, look, when it comes to sculpting and paint, does it get better than Mythic Legions? I mean, 4 Horsemen knock it out of the park with everything. Sure, I mean, the articulation is not there, like a Mafex or a Figuarts, but I mean, these are awesome figures. What does this guy go for?
This is, let's see, 65.
And that's Big Bad price, so that's like probably a $50 figure.
Probably. Right. I know this Val has it. I know he got his from 4 Horsemen. Yeah,
that's a wicked looking figure, man. Not for me. I'm not familiar with the whole Krampus thing, so I passed on it. But
oh my goodness, this dude. So they pulled back the pre-orders on this guy. Honestly, this shouldn't even be released. This shouldn't be released.
They can release it, but look, Black Series has been losing it like the past year.
As far as figure though.
Yeah, no. I mean, they're calling it deluxe, or I would call it the Boba Fett tax, right? Extra $10 for this guy because he's Boba Fett, but that's a basic figure. There's nothing deluxe about him.
This looks like the same. The crazy part is it looks like they just different colors, exactly the same figure. They just called it deluxe previously.
Well, so this is before he repainted the armor. This is Boba Fett from Tython, when Grogu was on the, on the
altar,
the altar, and the Dark Troopers take him. Besides the wonky plastic legs, I think it looks fine. It should be normal retail, which is what, $23-25 now for Black Series.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be $32 or $35 or whatever Walmart was charging. By the way, Walmart exclusive. Good luck. They pushed back the pre-order to February 9th. Like the date was supposed to go live, which was a couple days ago.
Yeah.
Someone put out a press release and saying, "Oh no, it's actually going to go up for pre-order on February 9th." Good luck pre-ordering from Walmart. The only thing I have pre-ordered from them is Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
And I'm not confident that my pre-order will be fulfilled. It's like a 50-50 shot with Walmart or Target pre-orders.
Has Walmart or Target ever explained why these pre-orders are getting canceled out of nowhere? Have they ever released any kind of statement or anything on their social media? Or
no,
you're not going to get a statement. Yeah, they don't care. They honestly don't care. The only reason, so I would tell you the reason why sometimes Target they cancel their orders, like your pre-order, because what they do is, and I've been saying this for a long time, and I hate that they do this for a freaking pre-order. They'll go and do a pre-authorization on your account, on your card.
Yeah.
So every week they'll do a pre-authorization. Every week, Alex, they do a pre-authorization for a couple of days. Then it'll drop off.
Mm-hmm.
Then it comes back up, maybe a couple of days later. But they're doing it constantly every week until the figure comes out.
Yes.
That's why I hate ordering from Target.
Mm-hmm. Now, you can use PayPal to pre-order. So I think with PayPal it might come out immediately. I don't know. But I've used my red card, which Target red card, because it's free shipping and 5% off, which I carry a zero balance on, and they've still canceled it on me. They've still canceled pre-orders on me, and I don't know why.
Yeah,
So,
see, I didn't know.
Yeah.
And then people were getting upset because, and I've seen a couple comments from last week's show where people were upset that GameStop had canceled orders for the Nightblood.
Yes,
they
did.
Just canceling.
They canceled
orders.
mine.
Everybody ordered, like basically. But as you were saying, Ryan, before we started, they're peg warming up in Canada.
Yeah, so I think that Canada will get their own shipments right on their own boats, right, to their ports from China. I just think that our figures are sitting on boats out off the coast of California.
You know who's not sitting on boats?
Who?
Binary. If you go to Reddit, in the Marvel Legends group on Reddit, somebody posted a picture of, they said, I work at Walgreens distribution in Wisconsin. And found 3 pallets of Binary. 3. Sitting there. They have a picture of it. Let me see.
But no Quasar.
No Quasar. They did not say anything about Quasar. Let me see if I can get on Reddit here real quick.
Because I know some people have found Nova at Walgreens. I haven't.
Well, you could pre-order him from the website.
Nova?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you could pre-order him from the website. So Nova, you could pre-order. That was no problem.
Yeah, the only like collector figures that I've seen at my Walgreens in like the past year are Halo figures by Jazzwares. Like that's all they have, and like they took all the tags for Legends and Black Series off. The tags aren't even on the shelf anymore. So I don't know what's going on with Walgreens.
Walgreens, it's dead air. It's just dead air.
Yeah. It's a super weird retailer to have exclusives through. People have been saying that since what 2014 when they first started, or 2015 when they first started carrying exclusives. It's because the buyer was an action figure fan. That's why Walgreens got exclusives from Hasbro. But man, I wish Pulse would do what they do with like Walmart exclusives and put them on Pulse too.
Yeah, I wish they would. And it's like, I feel like I don't understand like Walgreens. I understand like the buyer was actually fan. You shouldn't have got into it because you got too many peg warmers sitting up there, and then half of the peg warmers are ones that got released. That's the sad part about Daredevil. Let's just say Medusa was one of them.
Yeah,
they redid Medusa.
Yep.
So that's not going to move. You might as well just go ahead and start discounting that down, or send it back to Hasbro, or send it to Five Below, or whoever you're going to, so you can get some discounts.
The Dark Avengers Ant-Man.
That's still sitting there. Who else is still sitting there most of the time?
Not at mine. There's nothing on my Walgreens shelf except for
really?
Jazzwares Halo.
Not even a Toddy Mac Robin?
No Toddy Mac stuff. The ones around me.
No, I wouldn't be surprised if those are still sitting there too. Some of my Walgreens have some of that stuff sitting there, but it's just like, it's kind of trash. Yeah, it's gonna be sitting here for a while anyway. Lord have mercy, come on. Where is this stupid picture? I know it's coming up soon. Discount. Some of these people just have me dying laughing. Some of the they have on here. Oh my goodness.
What's this?
Yeah, what are we scrolling through here?
Yeah, what are we doing?
This is Reddit. So this is all Reddit craziness. Okay. Where the guy has a picture of Binary sitting in the warehouse.
I mean, I believe you.
It's just wild because like you have 3 pallets sitting there, and why aren't they shipping out? Why can't you get these out?
I mean, Binary, I don't even care about. Whatever. I don't need Binary. But this year they're starting the villains and they're going to have Baron Zemo. And I'm like, how am I going to get the new Baron Zemo? Like, that's an essential figure as far as I'm concerned.
Some people already got them. Some people already have them in hand.
In the UK, what, Dan who?
No, I forget. I seen somebody who had them already. And I'm just like, oh, okay. I guess it pays to kind of be in these other countries to get it first. I'm like, because... All
right. Venger 78. He says, you guys need a UK buddy like I need a US one. Venger 78, if you're in the UK, PM me or DM me on Instagram. It's right there. I will be your US buddy. You be my UK buddy. Venger 78.
Since Dan who ain't helping nobody out, he ain't help a brother out, help him out getting him ghosts. He can't help a brother out. Tell you. Black History Month, Dan. I'm over the figure.
And Venger, if you're not on Instagram, my email is laserpants81@gmail.com.
There you go.
Don't send me any nudes.
Don't send him all the nudes. Send him all the nudes. Send him all of the nudes. All right, screw this because I'm tired of this. So I'm scrolling through all this nonsense. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Going back here. No, who's asked me? Class Wisconsin. He didn't say what city. He didn't say what city in Wisconsin. He just said Wisconsin. Let's see. And for those who did not know, you can order for those who like the Master of the Universe Revelations figures. King Grayskull did go on for pre-order at Target, but I'll just take my chance and wait for them to see if I can find them in store. I'm not pre-ordering.
You've been able to find them pretty easily, right?
Yeah, I those are warming the pegs all over by me.
I think I still need Stinkor and one other and Scareglow.
Were they the last 2 to come out, right?
Those are the last 2.
Mm-hmm.
Jeremy Jernigan, thank you for the super chat. 3 out of 4 of my Target's pre-orders have been canceled. It's worse than 50-50. I'm sorry. I don't know why they're canceling stuff. But they just send stupid emails at like the worst time that most people don't look at their emails, and they'll be like, "Oh, you didn't answer your email quick enough, so guess what? Canceled."
I never even get emails from them.
Really? I get emails from them all the time when I pre-order something. Oh wow, he's Robert Diaz says I have Scareglow and Stinkor. He's not a peg warmer. Yeah, they haven't hit the East Coast. I've seen everybody in the Midwest and West Coast get them, but I have not seen them on here. And then real quick here, we got DC Direct coming out from Batman Anime line continues. We got Catwoman, Batman, and the Batman Who Laughs.
Yeah, so, it's cool to see this line continue. I don't collect it, but shout out to Brandon Deichler. He's going to probably love these. He is the Batman the Animated Series figure photographer extraordinaire. He does amazing photos of these guys. And he makes trading cards of them.
Yes, I was going to say, like, his cards are freaking amazing.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. And then, go here. Then we got Animals of the Warrior Kingdom.
Animal
Nine
Warriors
to
of the
the
Kingdom. So
So the Ant Wars
they showed 2 new reveals this week. This one is the Feralist Army Builder, Feralist Stalker. This is for Wave 2. So, another cat guy army builder. These look really cool. What's it say? Wave 3. Oh, upcoming Wave 2.5 and Wave 3. Okay. And it's part of the Primal Battle role-playing board game, which they will officially reveal in Toylanta in March. So I was able to go and have lunch with Jeremy Jernigan of Authority Figure, the one that photoshopped himself in the laser cave. And he was telling me about this board game that he's developing with Jason at Spiro. And it sounds awesome. I say board game. It's technically like tabletop, like, Warhammer.
Yeah.
They're going to have a board for AWOC, specifically, but they're also going to do like more generic boards where you can use any of the figures in your collection to play this tabletop game.
Oh, nice.
Interesting.
Yeah. So he broke it down for me. We're hanging out. He broke it down for me. It sounds friggin' amazing. Like, I'm not a tabletop gamer, but this will be the one that gets me into it. Because I already have tons of figures. I don't have to go out and buy little miniatures, right, and paint them up and invest a ton of money into the hobby. All I have to do is get the board, right? But the way he explained it to me is like, we're adults, we're collectors. We don't get down on the floor and play with our figures like we did when we were kids, right? Some collectors photograph them. Most collectors, I would say, put them on the shelf and, they live on the shelf forever, But this tabletop game lets adult collectors relive that experience of being on the floor and playing with their figures. The whole idea behind it to me is genius. I'm really looking forward to it. And like I said, you can use any figures in your collection. It's not just for AWOC, for Animal Warriors of the Kingdom. He wanted me to say that it's genius because that's what I told him. When he was breaking it down to me, I was like, dude, this is genius. This sounds awesome. You're going to be hanging out with your friends. You're going to have your figures. You're playing this tabletop game. Like I keep saying Warhammer or Dungeons and Dragons or whatever you're into. I've never played any of those. But this is going to get me into that hobby because I'm already invested. I already have the figures.
Yep. So you have that one friend that comes over and just starts like, you know what? It's going to be like Monopoly. Yo, bump on this. I'm tired y'all. And then you be like, well, you just knocked your figures on the floor, son. What you going to do? You be like, what? Yeah, whatever. Take my figures. Don't come on. Don't take your figures. Don't come on.
But yeah, so it's all going to be revealed at Toylanta. There's going to be multiple different boards. I think it's going to be a Kickstarter campaign. For this game. But there was also from Animal Warriors of the Kingdom. Let's see, where was the other one? Here it is. So this is going to be a 2-pack from Animal Warriors of the Kingdom. The Horrid 2-pack Army Builder, Horrid Ravager version 2, and Horrid Knight. So it says each figure in Wave 2 will have the potential to have upgrades added to them, depending on how well we do on pre-order numbers. So look forward to that. These look really cool. I really dig the colors. I really like that red baboon face.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if he has the butt cheeks to match. Baboons have those red butt cheeks.
They do.
I hope so. I hope it's anatomically accurate.
When you get the figure, lift up that back flap and see if it's there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh God,
I like that sword.
I want a baboon figure with red butt cheeks. I'm not asking a lot. Throwing it out there to Jason and Jeremy. But we need to have those guys on the show. Maybe after Toylanta, when it's all revealed, we'll have them on talk about it more. Because Jeremy could do a much better job of selling this tabletop game than I can.
So surprise, he already talked to me about that.
Yeah.
So during the week of Toylanta, there'll be Jeremy and Jason will be joining us.
Oh, cool!
Awesome.
Yeah.
And that's in March. When in March is that?
Yes. We haven't set a date yet, so we have to just set a date of that weekend, probably like that Sunday. I think we were talking about like that Sunday or that Saturday.
Okay, cool. Right on. And I mean,
look. Here you go. Jeremy just said thank you, Jeremy. He sent the super chat. Thank you very much. The AWOL game will be exclusive to that line with custom moves and abilities. The generic game is coming later down the line.
There you go. See, I don't remember everything. You were busy photoshopping yourself in, my laser cave, and it was really awkward. You didn't pay for lunch, which you said you were gonna.
He's coming to your house.
Yeah, he's a real cheapskate. We went to this trashy Mexican restaurant, and he's from Texas, so I was like, I know this Mexican food's not good. He's like, no, this is trash. I was like, that's what we got here in Seattle. That's what we got. And then he told the waiter to split the bill. I had to pay for it. I was really offended.
So hold on. So this is the main question. He's like, are we going back to your place or are we going back to mine? And if he said, if you said I'm just going home, then that's when they split the bill. That's when you hit split the bill.
Right.
Yeah. I guess. Thank you for the super chat, Jeremy. But yeah, follow Authority Figure on Facebook and Instagram because Jeremy and his brother are the ones developing this tabletop game. So if you're already into Warhammer, like you're familiar with these tabletop games and stuff, and you're an action figure collector, this is like right up your alley.
Yeah.
And you know how much of an Action Force shill I am. I can't wait to have my Action Force figures on this board game.
I can't wait to bring Black Suit Spider-Man to Black Power. I come in with the superpower of Black Power for all for the African Americans out there. I'm like, yeah, that's right, Spidey. You tell him. He's like, oh man, that trumps everything. Well, game over, folks. Game over.
Wow.
I'm joking. I am joking. I am kidding. Please do not think about it. I'm just kidding. No. But yeah, this sounds excellent. I can't wait for that. And I was definitely waiting. I wanted to get this 2-pack because I like that big sword that Homeboy's got there. I love that. I like those swords. Like I like broadswords like that. Something that looks like you can cut off something, like cut off somebody's head like one swoop. It's done.
Yeah, these look awesome. I can't wait. When this game drops, I'm gonna come out to Delaware and I'm gonna stay with Dante. And we're gonna do some tabletop gaming, me and Dante.
Pajama party.
You got space down here.
I'm gonna have the red booty baboon figure.
I'm just letting you know when you come over and hang out, the big old plush chair is mine. Just letting you know.
I'm a guest. I'm a guest.
Yeah. You can sit in the chair that I'm sitting in now.
What is it, like a folding chair?
It's
folding chair, like a camp chair?
No, it's a recliner, sir. It's a full-on recliner, so I can recline and lay back and go to sleep in.
Where am I sitting?
You can sit in this chair that I'm sitting in right now. It's nice and comfortable.
Sure. It's like a metal stool.
No, it's like the chair you're sitting in right now. It's like that.
Oh, it's an E-Win?
Yeah.
It's my E-Win chair that we are not supposed to
That's not comfy. Sleeping.
This is a GTR racing chair. One like the gamers use.
Is it a recliner? Does it have a footrest?
You can't sleep in that, Dante.
What? No, my reclining chair. I don't sit in my You
don't have a bed for him?
Yeah, no, I'm not saying he can't. You're not someone sleep in a chair. I sleep in a chair sometimes.
Why don't you just put him out in the garage?
Oh, Alcatraz. He said he's going to bring drinks. He's coming over
to your
place. Me and Alcatraz. Maybe
for him.
Alice can, hop a taxi, come down and.
No, I don't like leaving my house.
Okay.
Have fun. Guys.
Wow.
Have fun.
Okay. Fine. Your wife and the baby are invited then.
I don't let them go anywhere without me.
Oh! Wait. Okay, I'm going to make that call and see what happens. Thank you, Ryan. Definitely cannot wait for these.
Yeah. So you can still order your Animal Warriors of the Kingdom on Big Bad. I think I don't remember if Jason went through CrowdOx or Backer Kit, but you can still order
Backer Kit.
Backer Kit. You can still order directly from Spiro, Jason, Bienvenue. So definitely check that out. It's a cool line. I invested in it.
Yeah, I did. I should have got those two. I should have got another big gorilla. I forget the gorilla's name, but I should have got another one.
Oh, Thane.
Yes,
Thane, yeah.
that gorilla was awesome. When he showed it to me, it was super awesome.
So there, Jeremy, Jason, there's your plug, and I will DM you my PayPal address to get that payment for doing that. Thank you.
Just a couple last things to go over real quick here. I forgot about this. So they're building a new Savage Avengers team, and I'm not sure how I feel about this team because this team looks sadder than the first team.
I don't know. They got that. What's that? Weapon 11 or something?
Weapon
Hulk?
H, Hulk, yeah.
Weapon H and Conan. I mean, that's cool. They got Cloak and Dagger. I don't know.
So Conan's the only original one from Savage Avenger. Like Cloak and Dagger, I'm not sure what they're going to really do. Anti-Venom, all right, I guess. You got the Black Knight, all right, cool. You got Elektra, all right, cool. Like, and then they're going to have Deathlock. I mean,
Deathlock seems odd, but if it's this Conan right here with my VC Toys box custom kit there,
I'm telling you, that's the reason why I bought Conan, because of Savage Avengers. Because I was like, Conan got released before Savage Avengers, and I was like, yo, this is going to be great because this Conan can go great for Savage Avengers. Yes, Avengers 78. We can't start asking that question yet until after it gets past the due date. I know where you're going. Avengers 78. I know. I want to ask that question, but we can't ask that question until after it gets past the due date. We got to give them time. Everybody's got to have time. Because time is on their side. Now, this one I would think interests Alex. Brock Lesnar.
This is 1/6?
I want to assume so, because this is by World Box. I'm assuming this is
that's a third party. No. I mean, it looks great. He's got he's got a suit. He's got a couple belts. That is very legal. That figure. That body.
His body looks weird. This is what threw me off.
Yeah, those shoulders are popping out a little bit too.
Yeah, those shoulders look crazy.
Yeah.
And his chest looks a little too ripped. But
this might have been his younger day.
Oh, that head sculpt's kind of suspect too.
That doesn't look like Brock Lesnar.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing with these third-party companies. It's like, I don't know if they do it on purpose, not getting the likeness 100%, or if it's just their interpretation. I'm leaning more towards their interpretation. So I'm gonna pass this. But it does. I mean, the amount of accessories that you showed off on that first page does look like a lot. So yeah. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pairs of hands, 2 belts.
Obi-Wan says it's better than Super 7.
Well,
I don't know what to say.
Dom says he thinks his figure might be riddled with QC issues. I mean, it's for the most part, those third-party companies don't have like those kinds of QC issues.
Yeah,
it's usually like the skin tone is off. You know, it's like too pale, but this looks all right. The body not so much, the sculpt not so much. Yeah, everything else looks pretty cool.
When he's in the suit, he looks fine. It's just when he's out of the suit, it's like,
I had not seen that. That's interesting.
I just seen it today. I was like, oh, that looks awesome. And then for those King Gray Skull, I'm definitely getting this.
That looks cool.
Looks like he has a wire cape. I'm just more mad Mattel waited till February to do the pre-order on him. We all kind of know why they waited till February, but
that's not a cloth cape, right? That's a plastic.
No, this looks like a cloth cape.
Oh, wow!
Because look at it. It looks like it has like maybe wires in it because of this part here.
Wow, wires
sewn here, and you could tell like that's cloth there. Look at that fur. That's some real fur right there.
Right.
Yeah, that's wired. That's why it's folded over there and stitched.
Natty figure. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. So this is going to be like that figure. I can't wait to have this figure part of my collection.
Oh yeah, because he has a chance of making the top 10 for 2022. Looks like a deluxe figure. I mean, it has to be with the soft goods, and it's not like he has a lot extra.
Yeah, so I think
bad.
Extra head sculpt, extra hands, both swords, and the shield, and then I guess the kid, because Greg was asking why is so much wasted space in the box. I don't know if the case's removable. I don't know. I don't remember them saying that it was removable. Oh, we get is that a new Tila too?
That looks
classic
like
Tila. Yeah,
that looks like a classic Tila. Yeah.
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 So Masterverse is pulling from everything, not just the new Kevin Smith show.
Well, no, this is still part of Kevin Smith's show. This is before she shaved her head. This is like classic He-Man look.
Okay. I haven't seen it.
So this is before she got pushed out from the guard.
Scruffy Nerd says you're gonna make a head sculpt of yourself, Dante, and put it on that on that.
You know what? That would be a bad idea. The ball king goes skull. Right. Yeah, I'm kicking everybody's butt.
I mean, the body type is right. So
yeah.
There you go.
My thighs. My thighs are that big in real life too. I got those big boy thighs. Those big Hammerstein thighs.
I love that you're on the Toy Migos Instagram.
Because that's what they had. The Brock Lesnar we didn't have because I didn't know that even dropped. I don't know what that was. Like I did not even know about that Brock. So I've seen that on there. And for our Transformers fans, we did get reveals today from Studio Series Bumblebee, RC, and Ironhide.
Yeah, RC. They can never get it right.
Well, I think is this from Bumblebee movie? Yeah, these are from the Bumblebee movie.
Yeah.
Oh, this is what Hasbro showed today.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Cybertronian.
That's
another Wreck-Gar?
That's from the Red series.
This Jump. Right? This is Jump Cart and then Sludge.
Yeah.
That's the next one.
That's not Wreck-Gar. Who is that?
No.
This is Jump Cart.
It's one of the Junkions.
Oh,
I think it's just like somebody that they just made up. I don't know for this.
Gotcha.
I don't remember seeing him in any.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the is that the
Snarl?
Sludge.
Sludge. Okay. Yeah. I had that G1 toy. That looks pretty good.
I wanted that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're doing a really good job with these two new lines.
So now we just need Swoop. They have the original lineup, huh?
Yeah, so these are the 86 movie series figures. Jump Cart and Sludge. These are not part of the red line.
No, those transform.
Yeah. And then the 80s, I think this is the Legacy series. Sandstorm. Night Prowler. Actually, his name is Junkyard. Junkyard.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know about the junk bots. All I know they're junk bots. That's about it.
So they needed to reuse the Scorponok body, because yeah, that's a repaint of the Beast Wars Warp and Cybertron one that I got. Yeah, the one that I tried to transform on stream, and it was not good. Another Cheetor?
Is it?
See, and you guys wanted us to talk about Transformers, and here we are stumbling our way through it.
No, we're not stumbling.
If that's not Cheetor, it's a reuse of the Cheetor body for some made-up character. Where's Ewan? He posted this. Ewan,
he said he messed up on one of them. Well, he said he messed up on one of the names. He didn't say.
Yeah, these are like Beast War repaints for the most part.
And then another.
Yeah, that's what Classic Custom was saying. Like, yeah, most of these are just repaints.
Yeah,
they show a lot of repaints today. Happy, I'm very picky when it comes to the Transformers.
Another Waspinator.
They're saying this is Buzzsaw.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there you go. Same body.
Oh, these look terrible.
And then Beast Wars Vintage are going to be Walmart exclusives later this spring.
No.
Well,
okay.
Good luck.
Nobody will get them.
Yep. Exactly.
Oop.
And we lost Ryan. Ryan just
that's the first time he had enough Transformers. Yeah, this is all. Jeez, these figures have not aged well.
Welcome back.
Yeah, I guess I dropped out.
I was like, Ryan just did. He's like, I'm tired of talking about Transformers.
No, my internet connection. Yeah. Oh, Red Series. I'm surprised this line is continuing. Honestly.
So,
really? Why?
They said
I don't think it's sold very well.
You see a lot of them.
Because they don't transform.
Yeah.
I would have been all about this line if each figure was in the correct scale, but they're all just
They're all
like 6 inches. Like
all
Bumblebee is the same height as
right.
Optimus. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
Because I was really excited for that Bumblebee. I'm like, man, that looks good. And then I saw it on the shelf next to Optimus, and he looked bigger.
Oh wow!
So I'm like, I don't need these. The only one I got was Cheetor, which that is a good figure. But no, I'm out on the red line. Look, I grew up with Action Masters. I love those Transformers as a kid.
I love the Action Masters.
The G.I. Joe scaled Transformers,
the transformable vehicles.
Yeah, I thought those were cool. They're expensive nowadays. Whew, those are expensive.
Yeah, especially carded.
Yeah, but the Red Series, first of all, Walmart canceled my pre-orders on me. And then I'm actually glad because then when I saw them in store, I'm like, nah.
Then we got 86 Cliff Jumper and I forget the old guy's name. This guy here.
They already put Cup out. Okay. Oh, is that a different Cup than they put out last year?
Yeah, they did put one out. I don't know if this is the same one or not because I don't know.
Huh. Well.
Scruffy Nurse says scalpers keep buying Red Series up. It's a Walmart exclusive, so they keep the line alive.
They can have them as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, like very few Transformers I get anymore. Like I'm very, very picky about the ones that I really want.
Look, if they were scaled with each other correctly, I probably would have gone in on them, but nah.
Yeah.
Isn't there a Hasbro Pulse show next week? I forget which one it is.
Yeah, it's well, they did Transformers
Star
today.
Wars.
Star Wars
Star
next
Wars.
week,
That's what, next Wednesday. Yeah, next Wednesday is Star Wars.
Yeah, come on, carbonized collection.
That's what
Target exclusive, baby.
Need that credit collection, baby. Come on, put the same things
like
on a vintage
collection?
card, and watch out, Black Series.
We heard you like vintage. Did I hear you like vintage? Oh no, hold on. Let me do it right. Welcome and thank you for giving me the promotion.
We're losing.
I appreciate everybody who reached out there and congratulated me for my promotion. Hi, I'm Patrick, and I'm so excited to be here.
No, he's gone. See, because
that's right. That's what I said. But that's what I said. No, he got promoted. Remember, he got promoted.
Yeah, he got promoted.
That's what I said. That's exactly what I started with. I was like, I want to thank you for everybody who reached out to me for my promotion, but I'm back at it again. It's gonna be what it is.
You guys expecting anything?
No. Last year of Black Series, I expect nothing except regular figures with a deluxe price.
Is this going to be their big reveal of the year? Do they usually do that around Toy Fair time?
Yeah, this is Toy Fair time, so maybe they'll, have a lot of credit collection and carbonized repacks. They'll have a whole bunch.
I don't see them announce maybe one or two new figures that we haven't seen, or maybe one or two figures that they're going to redo. But I just don't see anything like big that they're going to come out and say, hey, this is this. Because I was surprised, like the Transformer stream was long, but it wasn't much on figures. Because I think it started at 11, and I went back to it at when I went back to YouTube, it was still going on, and it was like noon at that point.
That's too long.
Yeah, it was a long stream, but they were talking about like how they teamed up with Com, like they got Peter Cullen to like read to you on an Optimus Prime voice, so you can sleep easily with the Comms app. I think there was other stuff that they talked about too. I'm just like, man, they waited to figure, like they waited, make sure everybody was going to hang around to see the figures, because I could see why like they didn't do the figures first, because everybody would have been disappeared. They would have dipped.
Most Skill says, I think Mando Ahsoka will get a release date. Good call, because they showed her for Vintage Collection with Grogu. And so, yeah, they might do the Rosario Dawson Ahsoka in Black Series.
Yeah.
Good call.
Yeah.
And what? So that's February 9th. That's also the last day that's the last episode of Book of Boba Fett will drop that day. So,
yeah,
we might see a bunch of stuff from that. Hold
on. What'd you say, Greg?
He died.
Rest in peace, X-Men. Nah.
Wait, who? What?
The actor that voiced Wolverine in the animated series, apparently he died. Greg Fenstead is saying either that or he's
Cal Dodd?
Cal Dodd?
Joke.
He was on our show last year.
Yeah.
Cal Dodd passed. He was supposed to voice Wolverine. Wow.
He's spreading misinformation.
Greg, are you talking about the other guy who voiced Wolverine?
If you're joking, I'm not behind that.
He said he saw a post about that yesterday.
Oh, so he's talking about the other Wolverine. So there was another guy who voiced Wolverine who did the dub of it from another country. I think that's who he's talking about.
Oh god.
I was gonna say like, yo, yeah, I think there was a guy who did the voice of Wolverine from another who did the dubs of it, and he passed away.
Man,
that sucks too. But
he was scaring me, man. Oh my goodness, like yo. That's the only one I knew that passed away that did the voice of Wolverine was like, and I was like, wait a minute, like, what's Wolverine? Well, I think it was for the movies. I don't think it was for the TV. I'm not sure if it was TV show or the movie. I think it was for the movies, though.
It was Hugh Jackman. He passed away.
It was in Brazil. Yes, thank you, Scruffy Nerd. It was in Brazil. Yeah, so it was one of the Brazilian voiceover actors who, when they show it over there and they do the redubs and the voice, it was one of them. Yes, but still, rest in peace. I'm sorry he passed away, but. Yeah, Greg, you were getting
Hey, at least it wasn't Cal Dodd. Am I right, guys? Huh?
Right. Yeah. Woo.
Shout out to Cal Dodd. Thanks for coming on Infinity Equation when we
you're always welcome back.
Had Cal. 3 subscribers. Appreciate you.
Yo, Cal was awesome. I miss Cal.
It's still sad for sure. Yeah. But at least it wasn't Cal Dodd. Right?
Yes. Yep. Exactly. All right, folks, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. I will see you Sunday on Twitch. If you want to join me, I will be streaming the new game Sifu. It comes out that day. Yes, it's a martial arts action game.
Yeah, I saw the.
You seen it? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
It looks awesome. PS5.
Yes.
Hey Tony, what's up?
Hey Tony, how you doing? Hey
Tony, Tony. Hey, perfect timing. We're about to wrap up. I want to shout out the 3 POA podcast. Me, Tony, and Bobby. We're going to do a special show tomorrow because I'm out of town the following week when we're supposed to go live. But we're doing a show tomorrow with 2 Cent Toys, Sal. And we're going to be talking about Action Force Customs. In fact, if you haven't got your picture in yet of your Action Force Customs, well, you're too late. The cutoff has arrived. But 3 prizes are going to be given away. A signed Action Force comic signed by Sarge. That's Action Force number 5. What's the number 1 prize? I don't remember. Oh, Sergeant Slaughter, the Action Force Sergeant Slaughter in the exclusive packaging, the throwback Palatoy packaging. And the other prize is, I don't remember because I'm a horrible podcast host. But yeah, I posted all about it all over socials, IG. Anyway, 3 POA tomorrow night, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern on the Analog Toys channel. Sergeant Slammer. Thank you, Analog Toys. Sergeant Slammer. That's the grand prize.
Yes. And then on the back tail end of that is also, he said third prize is a Riot Trooper and gear set.
Yes, Riot Trooper and gear set. Ooh, that's a good one.
So on the tail end of that, back end, I should say, we would get back into the photo contest starting in March.
Same thing, back tail. Same.
Tailspin. Blue. We would get back into the photo contest starting back in March. Again, looking into some couple things. Hopefully, I want to hopefully try to have a tournament this year. I'm still looking into seeing that. Hopefully I can still get the judges that I was going to get to help judge it. But definitely a tournament where you can actually win some decent prizes and money. But next month's theme will be bounty hunters. So don't post your pictures yet because we haven't did the hashtag. So don't go jumping ahead. You can go ahead and start doing your picture, but don't post it yet.
But hold on. Bounty hunters? That's my idea.
Yes.
That's me.
Yes, I was going to say, Dad, you let me finish it. You let me finish it. They just say it's my idea. I don't going to say that. Good Lord, have mercy. Yes, it was Ryan's idea. for bounty hunters. But definitely, that is going to be March's theme. So you'll have all of March to get your pictures in, and then the last episode in March, we'll go ahead and pick a winner at that time. And we have some prizes that we can give out. I will be giving out a prize of no Scruffy Nerd, not Dog the Bounty Hunter. He doesn't count. I'll be giving out a Cheeseburger Modoc, the World Tour, and then no Ryan has some stuff. I'm sorry, name please.
I think I have I do. I have a NECA King Kong figure because the first one I bought. I can add that to the prize bag.
Okay.
Ryan got me the second version.
Oh yes, of course.
Because you looked at me like I'm like.
So a local shop here in the greater Seattle area, Retro Game and Toy Exchange, they sponsored this giveaway. So one of the prizes, are we doing like first, second, third place?
Yes.
One of them will be thank you to Retro Game and Toy Exchange,
yes,
aka RGTX in Kent, Washington. The owner, Gerald, was very nice enough to sponsor this giveaway or this contest. We got a couple of classified figures here. The Captain Crunch Cobra Commander and the movie Snake Eyes. Look, I get it. They're peg warmers. It's fine. These are great custom fodder. So if you live in the greater Seattle area, you got to go check out RGTX, especially if you like retro games. They have a ton of stuff. And tell him Laserpan sent you because he gives me a little kickback. No, he doesn't. But that's okay.
Other than that, I think that's it. Affinity Creators will be coming back. We're working on some couple of things right now. Get some guests lined up. But we're working on some stuff that we're printing out and designing. And some good stuff. I think everybody enjoy it. I'm excited for the other one, because when Cap comes out, you're gonna like this one. It's gonna go great with your 20th anniversary Cap. So, Alex, you got anything before we get out here?
No, just gonna go watch Rampage and hang out with the kiddo. Yeah.
Well, I can tell you right now, your boy just came down to the ring. Spanish guy just started walking down the ring with two bags on. Yeah.
Alex, say hi to Megatron for me.
I will.
Yes.
Baby Megatron. I will.
Baby Megatron. All right, folks. Well, we'll see you next week. Ryan, be safe on your trip, sir.
Yeah.
And yes, as Alcatraz says, like and subscribe if you haven't already. We will see you next Friday. And then, like I said, if you want to come and join me, I'll be on Twitch on Sunday, streaming seafood. Probably around like 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I'll be streaming that on Twitch.
Probably pop in and say hi.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm still getting used to Twitch on the PS5, so I'm not sure.
It's direct. You can directly stream from your PS5, right?
Yes.
That's great.
And it'll still be under the Infinity Equation podcast, so that's what you can look it up under. If you want to come out, hang out. It's a pretty good game. I'm going to be streaming that, and then I'll also be streaming Elden Rings when that comes out as well. So y'all have a good, safe weekend. I hope you hunt good hunting for you for any toys that you're looking for, especially Black Suit Spider-Man and the retro wave Spider-Man figures out there. And we'll see you next week. From me, Alex, and Laser Hands Ryan.